and welcome back to my channel. Today's card I am using the Winter Birds and Winter Birds add-on stamp sets. These are both from Fawn's new release. Now the reason I struggled with this card wasn't the actual birds, although I don't think the way I colored them helped me any, because these aren't realistic images, but I always try to color things more realistic, which doesn't really always work for a very cutesy image such as these. But my first bird is a blue jay. My next little bird is a cardinal. This one is super simple. I even busted out some reds that I don't usually use, like this R08. Now, when I say that I struggled with this card, it was more of I struggled with the way it turned out. And that's just because it didn't look like what I had imagined in my head. Moving on to yet another type of bird. This one doesn't have the little crest on the head, so I tried to look up birds that might look like this, and one that I found was a type of warbler. So I'm kind of coloring this one to look like that. It also brings just a little bit more color into the card, which I'm not sure if it was a good thing or if it was a bad thing. Now here for these tiny little baby birds, I'm actually going to do one gray and then one with some E markers, which would probably mean that they're not the exact same species of bird, but today they're sharing a nest. Now these are all the birds that I colored. I colored some of them off camera. I really wasn't sure how many I would use and which ones I would use, so I just have extra. But I dotted the eyes of the ones with the dot eyes using a black glaze pen just to make it pop a little bit better. And then I'm going to color the scarves on the birds that have scarves. Now I'm just going to use the exact same colors I've already used, so a red, a blue, and then a yellow. I did do the scarves in stripes, or at least two of them, just to give it a little bit more interest, so everything wasn't so flat. Now once my coloring is done, I'm going to assemble my platform pop-up. You guys have seen this before, and if you've never done this and my video isn't exactly the best, Fawn does offer really good tutorial videos when they release new products. Now here's the part that I was most excited about that I'm not sure if I really did it the best. I got the Spiffier Speckles paper, and I picked the green one with the gold dots, and I have cut it with the Puffy Clouds border dies. I'm then trimming 3 pieces to fit on top of the T-shaped pieces from the platform pop-up die set. And this will just be where my birds rest. With the idea being that this is going to look like a very puffy tree. Now to help this look more tree-like, I have also used that same green paper and I have die cut it using this cloud. I can't remember the exact name of it. I'll have it linked in the description box, but it is the cloud add-on for the platform pop-up, and it just wraps around the actual platform pop-up. I'm still not done here though, because it still didn't look quite tree-like to me. I ended up winging this whole thing on camera, which is always a little bit more stressful because there's a lot of unnecessary steps that I have to either like cut out or leave in here because I thought they were relevant. So here I've kind of die cut the puffy cloud borders again with that green paper, and I kind of made it in the same shape as the background piece for the platform pop-up. And then I just trimmed down the edges to make it exactly the right size. After I adhered it, I'm going to adhere my little birds, and I am going to put one up on acetate to make it look like it's flying. Since it has its wings out, it just felt like it should be flying to land, but also it does help kind of balance the card out a little bit, especially since the birds aren't super varied in height. As I'm adhering everything, I'm really trying to think about the colors that I've used to try to balance it out a little better and the heights of everything. And this is when I started to realize that it just felt like it was missing something to me, this card. And I'm not really sure what it was, but I'm going to just carry on. I'm going to continue adding my birds. And then for the sentiment, I just stamped "Have a Flappy Birthday" on one of the die cut pieces from the platform pop-up set. I've glued the little cardinal on to the side of it just to add a little bit more interest to the front, and that is my completed card. I hope you guys ended up getting some inspiration from this. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Bye!